Basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the tool of Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator has a 3D tool, and for what we want to do is basically pretty cool, and we can achieve something that we could achieve in Cinema 4D, but basically we're going to do it here in Adobe Illustrator. So how to start and do those donuts. Basically the way how it works is we're gonna make a circle, and then we're gonna make that circle repeat 360 degrees, and that is gonna form a 3D shape. And the 3D tool on Adobe Illustrator gives you also the possibility to add some lighting to it. But yeah, for more of that, let's get into it and start doing. So I'm gonna go and grab a circle. You can find it here, and then press or hold shift on your keyboard, and then just drag and let's make a shape, and let's bring it in center. And I'm gonna hold Alt on my keyboard and duplicate this circle and move it on the right side. That's because we want to make sure that after we create a 3D shape with this circle, we're gonna make a few. So we want to have the same size, and basically I'm just duplicating and saving it for later usage. So I have this circle in the middle, and I'm just gonna delete this and just keep shift and alt hold on your keyboard, and just let's make it a bit smaller. Make sure that the circle has a fill and not a stroke. For what we want to do, we want it to not have a stroke. So just to fill, choose your favorite color. I'm gonna go with the blue that I have here. Also make sure that you go to file, and when you created the document color mode is RGB and not the other way. So I have here the circle I created. I'm going to select it and go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve. So the 3D effect, the 3D tool in Adobe Illustrator has this option, which is the Revolve one. And here we are. I have these fewer more options open, but I'm just going to keep it open. So I'm going to illustrate a few things for you. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to play with this 3D tool, and this in order to see what we're going to do change, Adobe Illustrator has this preview icon on the bottom left. Just press that, and voila, you can see that we already made that donut effect, but it's not quite right. It's not something that we really doesn't look like the final one. So in order to do that, actually we can even play with this cube in here and move it to see different angles and different perspective. But what is basically this shape is lacking, and something that is missing is the gap in the middle, that to look more like a spacing. So in order to achieve that, basically you need to increase the offset. I'm gonna go with 100. I'm pretty sure it's right, but yeah, we have selected the preview icon on the preview check mark on the bottom, but Adobe Illustrator sometimes doesn't work, and you have to check it and uncheck it and check it again. And all right, so we have this donut shaped, but there is a problem with this. I think there is like a lot of space. Maybe I'm gonna go not 100, but probably 80. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. Just gonna go back. I accidentally placed enter. So I'm gonna go preview and just maybe go with 80, and let's see. Okay, I think this is quite right. All right, now you can play. Now you can play with different perspective of this 3D effect. I'm just gonna go with this effect in here, and I think I kind of like it here, but make sure that you remember the offset that is 80, and you can even play with a plastic shading. I highly recommend that you use the plastic shading, and you can play with the light intensity, ambient light, and all the other options. But for this, I'm just gonna stick with that and like play around with what I have right now. I'm gonna go and click OK, and there is something weird that happened. All right, I'm just gonna click that. All right, that circle I created before, for some reason it disappeared, so I'm just gonna copy this and just come here and paste it back. All right, so here I have that circle I had before. So I created my first donut, and here it is. And what I need to do now is create another one with a different perspective. So I'm just going to hold Alt on keyboard and duplicate and bring it in center. I'm just going to grab the other one and bring it on the left side just to make some space. All right, so I'm going to make this new one and go Effect, 3D, Revolve. And I'm going to click the preview check mark and then go with 80 and click uncheck. All right, here I have a shape, and here is you can play around with this and get to the point where you like it. I highly recommend that you get different perspective for each 3D shape, and highly recommend that you leave some space in the middle so you still can see that is a circle and like a tube donut. And yeah, all right, here is the other one. I'm gonna move it apart, and now I'm gonna grab and hold Alt and duplicate that shape, bring it in the center of the artboard, go to Effect, 3D, Revolve again. I'm gonna go with offset of 80, preview, and here I have it. I'm gonna move a different perspective. All right, I think, okay, let's play around a little bit with this. Kind of like it here. I'm just gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna move it on the left side again. Hold Alt and drag it in center of the artboard. Go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve. And let's do the same again. 80, offset, and preview, and then let's move this around. You could even have choose a different color. I chose blue. Keep in mind that this doesn't really work with gradient shapes. So I tried that. I wish that would be something we could do with Illustrator, but doesn't work. So you have to stick with one solid color, but I'm gonna show you a technique how maybe you can add a gradient to that. So I'm just gonna make one more. I'm gonna keep Alt on keyboard and drag it in the middle to do a duplicate of that, and select that shape, go to Effect, 3D, Revolve, and do basically the same one, 80 offset and preview, and change maybe a different angle. Let's get one more like on side. All right, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe let's do one more. Just gonna do this fast. I'm gonna go with offset of 80. Oops. And preview, and just find a. All right, I think in here I think it's cool. Okay, so we have 6 now, and basically this is something you could use, and you can get this right in Photoshop and play around with it. But basically what I'm gonna do now is just gonna grab all of these. Oops, I'm just gonna zoom out. I'm gonna delete basically that circle and just grab all of these and move them on the left side. Maybe let's arrange them a little bit. All right, so as I mentioned before, basically I could just use this donut effect and use this for the tutorial, but for the final poster. But yesterday I posted the poster with with these kind of shapes, and I don't want to use this again on different poster. So I'm basically going to show you a different technique on something else that I've been playing around. So we're not gonna make donuts, but we're gonna make half donuts maybe. And you can use this one and use them on your own poster. I just showed you a technique how to do the full thing, but now I'm going to show you how you can do a different one. So I'm going to go and grab a circle again and just zoom a little bit here, and I'm going to make another circle. All right, so I'm going to go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve again. So before we created these donuts by just increasing the offset number to 80. I'm just going to do that again. I'm going to click on preview, and we got again another donut. So basically how this tool works is that you tell the tool that this is the shape I want to repeat in 360 degrees, and basically it makes a circle with offset of 80 pt. So what we want to do actually now is we don't want a 360, but we want maybe something that is 90 degrees. And let's see. All right, so here we got 90. Maybe I'm gonna go with 120. Ooh, why did that happen? All right, that was weird. I'm just gonna go again. Oops, 80 offset, and then degree maybe 90 again. That's right. Okay, so here we have the 90 degree one. Maybe I'm going to go again with 120, and I don't know why this happens. This is weird. All right, I'm just gonna stick maybe with I kind of like that 90 degrees, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna build a few of these. So here is the first one, and click OK, and let's make another one. So I'm just gonna go back, copy this, go forward, and paste the shape so we have the same circle we did before. All right, so let's make another one. We go to Effect, 3D, Revolve, and now we're gonna make the offset of 80. Click Preview and choose 90 degrees. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so let's get a different angle of that. Let's move this apart. Okay, I think this one here might work. Let's click OK. All right, I did the same mistake. I didn't duplicate that circle. So basically what I'm going to do is the same. Just going to go back, copy, and go forward, and paste that here. I'm just going to keep it there, Alt, and move it on the left so we have it. All right, so let's do that again. 3D, Revolve, and add an offset of 80, preview, and 90 degrees. And let's see how that looks. All right, let's get a different angle for this one. Maybe something more like vertical. Okay. This one here kind of looks okay. Click OK, bring it down here. I'm gonna do the same, Alt, bring it in center, and go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve. And oops, I haven't selected circle. Effect, make sure that you select the circle. Go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve, and go to Preview, 80 offset, and 90 degrees. So let's get a different angle for this one. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this one, bring it down here. Let's duplicate this one again, and then Effect, 3D, Revolve, and add an offset of 80, preview, and add it 90 degrees. And let's move it. Oops, preview is not checked. And let's get a different perspective for this one. All right, I'm gonna stick with maybe this one. Just trying to get different angles for each one. And I'm gonna make one more, and effect 3D revolve and preview 80 offset and 90 the angle. And let's get a different perspective for this one, maybe this one. All right. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so select the circle, effect 3D revolve. By the way, by holding Alt and dragging the circle in the middle, you duplicate that. Just want to make sure that shortcut. Okay, so I'm gonna click the check mark, which is the preview, go to 80 of offset and also 90 degrees for the repeating effect. All right, I'm gonna stick with this one, and here we have like 7 different shapes. So basically we went from making donuts like this to creating something like these tube shapes. So what we're gonna do